right at 8 o'clock, right? It is 8 o'clock and we're ready to start. I'm super excited because you know what? We're just not waiting anymore, right? We have way too much stuff to talk about. So thank you guys for making it a priority to be on here with us right at 8 o'clock, which we appreciate. And in order to reward that, we're going to do a drawing once Branda has the names all written up. And somebody's going to get, let's see, what do I have laying around here? How about 10 Pampered Chef dollars? What do y'all think? Anybody like Pampered Chef dollars?
Yep.
I like Pampered Chef dollars.
Me too.
Me too.
Come on, Brenda. Draw my name.
Make the husband do it.
Make your husband do it?
There you go. Good girl.
Just make sure Tiffany and myself are not in there.
Yeah.
Okay? Tiffany doesn't qualify anymore.
I don't qualify anymore for the fun stuff.
No. I'm not giving her my money.
Fine.
I'm just teasing y'all. All right. So we have lots and lots and lots of things to talk about. So basically, we're kind of changing things up just a tad with the way that we're going to kind of structure our meetings going forward. So first of all, we're going to start right at whatever time we're scheduled. We're going to start right at that time. Okay, just to be respectful of everybody else's time. You guys made it a priority to be on here, and we're going to make sure that we respect that. Because I realize that, some of us want to get to bed because you have to work tomorrow. And so we're going to try to breeze through this stuff as fast as we can. So which means that me and Tiffany are looking for some helpers. Okay. There's lots of tasks involved with running a team. You guys probably noticed that, I take on a lot of stuff myself normally, and I'm really wanting to try to hand that over to some of you guys because I really think that if we're going to run this team like a team, then everybody needs to have their hands involved somewhere. Okay. And so I am looking for people that can, so here's task number 1, and these are going to be separate people. Somebody that on a monthly basis can create events for me. Okay. So for our monthly team meeting and for our monthly recipe nights, and any other kind of events that we have coming up. Okay. So I need basically an event coordinator. We'll give you a fancy title and everything. Okay. Number 2 position, we're going to call them positions. Isn't that great? Because it's like official. We need somebody to create banners for the team pages. So, when the new specials come out the beginning of the month, and the banner goes up for the team page, somebody that can take care of that for us. Okay. So that's position number 2. And then position number 3 is somebody that at the beginning of the month on the first day can kind of group pictures together for us, create an album on the team page so that everybody has access to them. So everybody knows, what the specials are. That way you have images that can kind of work with, maybe a selection of products that would work with it or recipes that could work with it. So that's basically the 3 jobs that we want volunteers for. So if you are interested in that, then you are going to message Tiffany and let Tiffany know which job that you are wanting. And Tiffany's going to pick our official people. Okay. So that's Tiffany's job. See, I delegated that to Tiffany and she had no idea it was coming. So that's basically, first thing I wanted to talk about. So let's talk specials. Specials. Do you have all the names, Branda?
Yes, I do. Give me 1 minute. I'm making him come in the room.
Okay. If you were here at 8 o'clock on the dot, then your name is in that little bucket, and Branda's going to pull for a $10 Pampered Chef dollar winner.
Come pull name.
Come on, name.
She's bossing like I do with my husband. I love it.
Lakin.
Lakin is our winner.
Okay, that's all I needed.
All right, Lakin. I'll send you a message with your Pampered Chef dollars. Whoop whoop. Gotta love free Becky money, right? Free Becky money is a great thing. Okay, so let's talk specials for a second. Let me drop this down. Who knows what December's host special is? Who can just blurt it out to me?
Not you.
Not you. Hush up.
Dang it.
Who knows? Anybody? That's scaring me.
It's 60% off when your show qualifies at $600.
Oh, you're close, but not right.
Well, she's
Nope, she's not right.
It's 260% off, but the second 60% off is when your show hits $650.
Yes.
yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I was close.
Close, but no cigar.
So do I win something?
All right, so when your party qualifies at $200 in sales, your host will get one 60% off item of their choice. When the party reaches $650 in sales, then they are going to get 2 items of their choice. Fine print details. Are you guys ready for it? Those 2 items cannot be the same item. So they can't get 2 quick cookers. They can't get 2 rock crocks. It's got to be 2 separate items. Okay? So that is December. Now, here, let's really challenge y'all. Who knows what January is? Whoop. Hush up, Tiffany. Nobody knows?
It's double.
Is it
Who
double?
said double?
reward?
Lakin, did you say double?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So it's double free. Anybody know any of the other details? Ah,
And that's
tricky.
plus 60% off select cookware and utensils, right?
That's one of them. All right, so let me show y'all. Because here's the specials. Can you guys see them both?
Just the one.
You can only see the red one?
Yeah.
Okay. So double rewards in the month of January when your party reaches $650 in sales. Okay? They have the selection. When their party qualifies at $200, they would get one of these items for 60% off. Now, do you guys see any pretty magical items on there?
All of
I
them?
do. All of them. That's right. In particular,
The free snack bar maker.
yeah, the quick cooker and accessory set is on there together for $114. Hello, how you doing? Now, does anybody else notice a little special kind of color on the flyer?
Beth just said it.
Oh, did you, Beth? What'd you say?
The free snack bar maker.
Yes. Free
Love the
snack
set,
bar
yeah.
maker set. Yes. When they hold, and the party must be submitted by the 10th of January, they get a free snack bar maker set on top of the amazing host rewards. Okay?
So what does this mean for you guys? If you have a party that you start in December, you can have it start in December, but have the date set to January 1st. That way you have time to close it out by the 10th.
So what can this do for your month in January? Having that extra little perk for hosts to book shows. What do you guys think? Brandy, I see your mouth moving, but I didn't hear any words.
Boost sales. I forgot to unmute.
Brooke, what did you say?
It was going to boost your sales because they want to get to that 650 mark.
Yes. So it's going to boost your sales because absolutely, if you communicate this special right to your hosts, they will work hard to get to 650. I promise you. Okay. But I want you guys to think about this. How is this going to affect your personal business overall? Think about it. If you front load your month with parties, right? Meaning you submit, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 25 parties at the beginning of the month, you're going to get a paycheck, right, on the 21st. And then it also gives you the ability to also book shows the second half of the month because you can get bookings from the first half of the month. So if you guys think about it, this is one of my biggest tips in my business has always been focus on the first half of your month always, 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 always. I never book parties into my second half if my first half is not full or close to being full, okay? You need to make sure, I want 2 paychecks a month. Anybody, would you guys all like to have 2 paychecks a month, steady income coming in? Okay, well, this is how the big dogs do it. You schedule your first half of the month first, and then you focus on your second half of the month after. Remember, you guys are the ones that dictate what your calendars look like, right? Everybody has control over their calendars. The hosts do not have control over your calendar unless you allow them to, okay? All right, so that's the December and January specials. Now, question for you guys. Should we start talking about January special? Why not, Branda?
Because then you won't get any bookings for December. They'll be all for January.
Bam. And you know what happens always if you let the cat out of the bag early for those people that are scheduled in the month of December?
They'll cancel.
Woo! And then guess what happens to you?
Then you have no paycheck.
That's right. Yeah. We have like 3 paychecks left, guys. There's 3 paychecks, Pampered Chef paychecks left until Christmas. Don't shoot yourself in the foot by talking about January, okay? Fill your December. Let's get to the middle of December, you know, close to where people are. We know we're going to take a little bit of a breather, right, toward the holidays. Some of us will still have parties. Some of us are going to take a break. That's going to be me. I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break, a little bit of breather. But I'm not going to start really talking about January special until the middle of December. Now, I'm booking January shows, but I'm not talking about the special. Does that make sense? Book the shows, but don't talk about it yet. You can talk about the 60% off items, but I'm not letting that free, double free get out of the bag until the middle of December. All right, so mark your calendars. December 3rd. We are not going to have we're not going to have a recipe night and a team meeting next month, okay? We are only going to have one meeting. It is going to be on December 3rd, which is a Monday night, okay? It is required for me to do that from home office because it is going to be our official kind of Disney kickoff, so to speak. Everybody knows the new plan for next year for travel is going to be Disney, right? So we will have all of the official details on December 3rd at our team meeting. Now this meeting is going to be at my home. Okay, we will have Zoom open also, but it is going to be a Christmas party also. Okay, so it's going to be our team meeting and Christmas party together December 3rd. Okay, so look for an event to be coming soon to that, and please, 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 you guys know what I'm going to say. What's the rest of the letters? S?
VP.
VP, that's right, RSVP, as soon as you can, because again, you know, it's really hard to plan food when you don't know how many people are coming, okay? So I would really appreciate it, you guys, you know, when the event goes out, if you guys can let me know as soon as possible if you're going to be able to make it or not.
Do you know what time?
It'll be at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so another change we're making, most of the time when we do our Zoom meeting, for our monthly team meeting, we do recognition on here. We do, you know, the team recognition and we do personal sales recognition. And we're going to break that off from the Zoom meeting just to save time, okay, going forward. Again, to kind of respect the time that we have with you guys, make sure we're able to, you know, keep our meetings within an hour to hour and 15 minutes long. Because you guys don't want me to talk any faster than I already do. No, nobody wants that. Trust me. So going forward, recognition is going to be done on the team page. And then you're also going to see recognition to be done on your personal timelines. Okay. So if you are somebody that does $1,000 show, if you're green by 15, or if you're in our top 10 in sales, then you're going to start to see recognition on your personal wall. Okay. So that's going to be a little change that we're doing. On the event for tonight's team meeting, some of you guys I know seen it, but I posted about doing a Secret Santa gift exchange within the team. Did everybody see that? Okay. If you want to participate, just make sure by tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock that you've gone on there and commented to let us know that you want to participate. And then on Tuesday, I'll be sending out messages for those that want to participate with whoever your person is that you're picked, that I've picked for you for your Secret Santa, okay? And then from there, it's a $10 item, and then you're just going to mail it to that person. Make sense to everybody? Okay, good. So any questions on any of that?
I don't have a question, but going back to the January post special. Sometimes you will have, since a lot of people are new and haven't gone through a January host special yet, some hosts will work to get to that double, and then you'll have some that get discouraged. They still get host rewards. It's not like they're not going to get the free money or the 50% off or the discounted stuff. So they're still getting the stuff. They're just not getting double. Right. So just make sure that you reiterate that to them to make them feel better for all their hard work if they do not reach the 650.
Absolutely. Guys, I can't stress to you how important it is as consultants for you guys to know what our specials are, okay? To really read over them and know what they are. And then always, always, always read the bottom of the flyer, because there's always fine print down there that sometimes we don't read and you're like, oh crap, okay? So some of us may think, you know, on that January flyer, okay, so host a party 1st through the 10th. But if you didn't read the bottom of the flyer where it tells you that the party has to be submitted by the 10th, then you could be shooting yourself in the foot, right? And then you're going to have to fork out 20 whatever dollars it is for a snack bar maker set when you have a host that's thinking, just because I hosted my show between the 1st and the 10th that I'm going to get this, when in reality the party has to be submitted by the 10th. Okay, so always read the fine print on the bottom of those flyers also, okay?
As well as the bottom of the fine print, if you go to marketing imagery and go to the host tab and pull up, we get 3 months worth of, so we have November that we know December, and we know January. And let me pull this up. So this, can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay. So when you pull up January's, next to the host special, it has consultant training worksheets for you guys to read through to increase sales, host special training instructions. So it goes over and gives you some more ideas, like for social media, like what to put out there, like in parties, or even on, not so much parties, but on your VIP pages.
Words to use.
Yeah, words to use. Like there's send a text, what to share at a party. So they give you these resources right there in marketing imagery. Can't even speak. So utilize them. Read over them.
Absolutely. All right. So let's talk about the 7-day sale. Anybody a little frustrated? No? Yes? Some of us are. Some of us have been around for a while and we know how this goes, right, Laura? Yes? Some of us are brand new and you're like, oh my God, what the heck happened this morning? Look, we're all allowed to feel a little discouraged by it, okay? We can all feel a little disappointed. But at the end of the day, we have to what? Get over it, right? Just to be politically and politely correct. I want you guys to think about it this way. There's like 45,000 consultants in our company. So even if they had 45,000 sets of cutting mats, if every one of us got a hold of one, they'd be gone. So we know the quantities are limited. It says it very specifically. They told us it was going to be 3 to 6 items a day. It was going to be discounted in outlet items, okay? I want to put a positive spin on this for you guys to think about a couple different things. What are reasons why companies push to get rid of clearance and discounted items? Does anybody know?
To bring new stuff in.
Ooh. Yes. We have to make room, right, in our warehouse. Think about it. We're in November, getting ready to go into December. And when does our brand new catalog come out? March, okay? So they're starting to get product in, right, for spring. Spring's already starting to roll into them probably. And so they have to have room for it. And so the way that they're going to do that is they're going to get rid of products that are sitting around collecting dust. So it's our job to help them do that. So I challenge each of you guys that tomorrow, let's say it sells out in 25 minutes, okay, whatever the items are. then let's stay positive about it. All I've seen is, has anyone seen negativity all over the Facebook groups? Okay. So Becky's challenge for you tomorrow is to choose not to participate in that crap. Okay? Because what is it doing to you?
Sucking your time.
It's just bringing you down and sucking away your valuable time. Think about it. If you took that time that you were reading in these Facebook groups and focused on making a sale or host coaching or booking a party or, you know, organizing your office or doing something, it's so much better spent and served than participating in drama. Completely. Okay? So I challenge you guys tomorrow to stay positive about it. I know it was kind of like, holy crap, oh my God, 17 minutes and the items are gone. But that just means that we are an awesome force to be reckoned with when we can sell products that fast. Okay? It is just how Pampered Chef rolls. I told you guys, the sales that I've participated with in my 7.5 years, those things were gone. We literally took down the website the very first sale that they tried. I mean, we took the website down for a day and a half. So this is what we do. It's what we do. So how can we as a team move forward? Because that's really what we have to do, right? We have to move forward. Sorry, we're sold out. You know, we got to put a positive spin on it with our customers. If we choose to interact with them the way that they're interacting with us, all it's going to do is allow the negativity to continue, okay? So I choose the higher road, okay? Let's go the higher road. So tomorrow, if it happens, what are we going to do? What do you guys want to do? What are some things that you guys have thought about, or different, you know, sales that you might run or try, or different items that you're going to push? What are your thoughts? I know Beth had some great ones earlier today.
What'd you say, Brandy?
I said I'm running clearance items.
Clearance items.
Sales.
Absolutely. And why would we focus on the outlet? Hello, it's already marked down. It's not money out of my pocket, right? Pampered Chef is eating the discount on it. We're getting paid at that price for it. And it's marked down.
And people still don't know that they could shop the outlet on our virtual party pages.
Right.
So
absolutely.
You need to direct them to, I just directed a customer, she asked about cookbooks, and I said, we probably have some more on the outlet. And she's like, well, where's that? And I directed her to it, and she's like, you're awesome. You know, so people don't know because they just, when did they come out with that? In February, March?
Yeah.
So it's
new. We've never done it. We've never done it.
Mm-mm.
People, trust me, when you tell somebody something's on sale, they'll jump for it. I promise you. So if you tomorrow, if you're like, oh my gosh, we ran out of our 7-day sale items, but guess what else we have on sale? Here you go. Kind of like I did with the micro cooker set today. I mean, I got positive reaction and orders from that, from, you know, making a quick graphic and posting about that. That was extra sales in my pocket. I didn't have to spend $1 or a dime on it. Okay. It took me 30 seconds to make a graphic real quick. You know, posted on my team page, I posted it a couple different places, posted on my VIP group. I sent it out to some of my frequent shoppers and they grabbed it up. I mean, you know, it's things like that. What else can you guys do? What other ideas? How about focusing on the bundles that we have? You know, the bundles of items that they have grouped together that are, you know, discounted. Could you focus on those? You know, we have the pizza set, we have the popcorn maker set. They're discounted, right? We could go after those items. We clearly can mark them as being discounted and on sale, right? So we could choose to use those items when we sell out of the others. Anything else? How about taking a look at all of our $10 and under items that we have, you know, and encouraging stocking stuffers and those kinds of things. You guys see where I'm going with this, right? There's a million different ways that we can market our business without spending $1 out of our pockets, okay? Some of us are, you know, we would be willing to pay a little bit of money to get some extra sales. But if you don't have the money, I don't want you spending the money, right? I don't want anybody going broke off making $5. That's $5 is not worth you spending 10. All right. So any questions on the 7-day sale? If not, we're going forward.
I have a question.
Okay.
The 7-day sale, I noticed this morning when the things posted, one of my girls said that the girl that got the knives said that she'd had them previously. Are these just old things sitting in the warehouse that they were selling? Because I'd never seen them before.
So most of it's going to be discontinued items or outlet items that they're then marking down. Okay. So think about, you know, the past catalog, things that were in the past catalog, they still have inventory left of that we need to try to eliminate to make room. Okay. And so what they're doing is they always keep a percentage of that on hand for replacements, right? So if, you know, for warranty issues and repairs, those kinds of things. But they know if they've got 50,000 sets of those knives in the warehouse, and if they look statistically backward at how many we've sold and how many we've returned, they know that they only need to keep X amount in the warehouse. And the rest of it, then they have quantity of that they can mark down and get rid of. Okay. And so that's how they're choosing those items, is what's sitting around that, yes, we have some quantity of, but if we mark down a little bit, we can move. That's really kind of where the thought process comes in the retail world. So that's what they're doing. You know, it's a way to get rid of stuff in our warehouse.
She was super excited, so she got it.
Heck yeah. I mean, it was a great deal. 2 knives for $25. Can't beat that.
Right?
Any other questions? If not, we're moving forward. All right. Okay, so something else we're going to do, brand new, that we're kind of going to revamp. We have our Taste the Good Life group. Everybody familiar with that within our team? See, look, some know about it and some don't realize it. Tiffany, this is why I said we needed to do this. So we have a group where, let's say, Jackie, you have somebody that's considering becoming a Pampered Chef consultant, and they're just kind of sitting on the fence, right? We have a group that you guys as consultants can put them in for our team, okay? And then we post to it, you know, every so often, the specials or just, you know, information about the business and those kinds of things to kind of help get them off of the fence. But the group has kind of gotten stale, okay? It's very stale. It's old. There's a lot of people in there that are probably, you know, not interested in our opportunity anymore. And if they are, then maybe come back, right? They'll come back. So we are going to actually be closing down that group, and we are going to make a new group for the team. And so what we're going to be doing is on, again, mark your calendars, December 16th at 8 o'clock. We are going to be doing a little event in there for people that are thinking about the business, okay? So we're going to call it the gift that keeps on giving, because we're holding on the 16th, kind of a week and a half, you know, before Christmas. Because think about it. Some people can't afford to join Pampered Chef right now, but maybe they could ask somebody for the gift of a business, okay? And so that's how we're going to kind of market this. So we're going to create the group in the next couple days so that we can start you guys to add people into the group. Again, we want you to invite people. We don't just want to add people, okay? So people that you guys have been talking with, people that you think might be interested, I'm going to, of course, give you words that you guys can send out through a message for people to help you with the inviting process. And then on the 16th from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we're going to have an event in there. So basically, it's going to be kind of an informational 1-hour, you know, event. I'll probably go live for a period of time in there to answer any questions toward the end of it. Before then, it'll be posted. It'll kind of be like a 1-hour virtual party, so to speak, okay? A place for, you know, people to get their questions answered, and hopefully we can add some new team members. Wouldn't that be exciting? How are you doing? All right, so any questions on that?
This is how I kind of like made my decision to join Pampered Chef.
Right.
This is kind of like the event that, what was her name? It was you and another lady. I'm gonna say she had blonde hair, but I can't remember. But they
No
threw this, huh?
I have no idea.
They threw this event, and throughout the whole hour, it was they would post stuff and then get you to engage in questions that you might not have had, and then you listen to other people that are on the same playing field as you ask questions, and then you're like, oh, I didn't think of that, and it just started the conversation. And it was like a post every so often that Becky and the girl that she was working with did, and it answers all your questions.
Right. So kind of like a home office webinar, right? They do those monthly for us now. But it's just a team one, you know, so it's working within our personal groups of customers and hosts and, you know, people that might potentially be interested in joining your team. So I'm going to kind of work it a little bit differently. You guys, there'll be more information as we get closer. Probably at the December 3rd meeting, we'll talk more about it at that point, because we'll kind of have, you know, details more, you know, ready at that point for it. But just the most important thing is to now start advertising it and marketing it and getting people to the group so that we can have a successful team event with it. Okay. That's the overall goal for it. All right. So past, present, and future. What do you guys think about when you say those words?
The ghost of Christmas past, present, and future.
I knew you were going to say that.
So what's the first thing that pops when you, okay, so I want you guys to think about your business. Okay. We're all going to go focus on our business for a second. So when you think about your business in the past sense, what is the thought that comes to your mind first?
Past hosts.
Okay. Past hosts.
Past guests.
Okay.
What went good, what went bad.
What went good, what went bad. Okay. Anything else?
How to book future sales.
Okay. So let's go back to what Brooke said. What went good and what went bad. How many of you guys actually take time to think backwards? Does anyone ever sit down and kind of reflect on things that they've done in the past? Got some yeses, got some nos. Okay. Some of us are like, I ain't got time for that, right? Some of us are chaotic. So I want you guys to think about the last show that you submitted. Can you guys think about that for a second? The last show you submitted. And I want a couple of you guys to volunteer with, tell me something that went really good and tell me something that went really bad with the last show that you submitted. So something that went good and something you could have done better.
Host coaching. My host actually understood that Facebook can be a pain, so she was willing to put her part in. which was
Okay.
helpful.
Awesome. And so that was something that went good. Was there something that went bad too, or was it kind of a combination of the both?
I think my last one, it was pretty good all around.
Okay. Anybody else got anything to volunteer? Anything from your past show that you would have, that you say went good, and then something you would have liked to have changed? Something that you could have done better as a consultant?
I don't have any past shows, but I guess
I had an issue
I'll
with.
start-
All right,
Go
Sarah,
ahead.
and then who
Go
was
ahead.
starting? Okay, so Sarah go. Was that Sarah or Brooke?
I think it was Brooke.
It
Okay.
was Brooke.
Okay, so Brooke, you go first, and then Megan, you're next.
So I don't have any past shows because this past Saturday or yesterday, I had my launch party. So one thing that I think I would have changed that went kind of bad was I was so busy trying to make sure everything was in place and ready to go that I kind of forgot my talking points. And thank God Sarah was there to help me out and pick it back up a little bit. But I would definitely, like, even if I had to make like note cards and hold them, I think that would even be just to make sure I have a solid plan of where I want to go with what I'm saying.
Okay, so just focusing better on your planning for your show. Okay, so tell me what went good though.
I had
Everything
really-
else?
Pretty much. I'm having really good sales come in. I still have a few people left to put in orders because unfortunately it's the holiday time and it's cold and everybody's sick. So so there's that. But yeah, I mean, everything else went really good, and my quick cooker didn't explode and I didn't have a meltdown with that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I heard you did really well. So congratulations on a successful launch party. It's really exciting.
Congratulations.
All right, so Megan, something that went good and then something you could do better.
Well, let's start with the bad. I didn't really pay attention to the month special, so I thought that it stayed the same from the month before. So I had told my host that she got something at 60% off when she only got something at 50% off. So that was kind of a big fiasco at the end.
Okay, so tell me something good though.
What was good about the party was that I timed my posts better.
Okay.
I did something in the morning, every morning before I went to work, even though I wasn't able to always do something at lunchtime because I don't take lunches. Once I got home, I did like a 3 p.m., 3:30 post, then a 5, then like a 7.
Okay.
And that seemed to work better. And my host was very active and it was a very good show.
Okay.
For
And
a virtual party.
I was getting ready to say, and it was your first virtual party that qualified, right?
Yes.
And it was over 500 in sales.
Well, I had 2 other virtual I had a book party, and I had a virtual party that qualified last month. But this was my first virtual party that went over $200. It was almost $500.
Right. And that you were happy about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And I didn't have to bug my host at all. She jumped on, and I just told her at the beginning, I was like, we're going to have to be active together. We're going to have to interact and get your guests involved. And she had like 26 guests. And although the guests didn't comment all that much, but she was on there every day with me. And she had people from Florida ordering, and it was a good virtual party.
Awesome. And that's exciting, guys. When you have a $500 virtual party, you know, that really gets you pumped up and ready for the next one, I think. You know, I want you guys to know that all virtual parties are not going to be the same, okay? So if you start off and you're having crappy virtual parties, that does not mean forever in a day that your virtual parties are going to be crappy virtual parties, okay? I
had 2 that did nothing.
Yeah, you're going to go through lots of bumps and bruises with virtual parties because Facebook is always changing. And so again, it is our job to stay positive about it, okay? Because me and Tiffany work really, really hard on giving you guys the most current information, the most current ways to be successful with your virtual parties. Me and her spend a lot of time on this, like more time than I want to because I don't like virtual parties. She does, I don't. But I do that because I love you guys and I want to see you guys have success, okay? So again, I reiterate, I said it yesterday, if you have not gone on to our virtual party team page and seen the new outline that we just posted, you're missing out because it is going to blow your minds, okay? To go along with that, there is brand new host coaching, okay? From start to finish, literally from the time you book your virtual party host, okay? The actual system, we're going to talk about systems later, but the system that we use to make every party as successful as we possibly can. If you follow that system from start to finish, Tiffany, what's going to happen?
It's going to work.
Yeah. Just like if you follow our virtual party outlines from start to finish, Tiffany, what's going to happen?
It's going to be successful.
Right. And that's the goal, right? The overall goal with every party, no matter if it's a cooking show or a virtual party, is to get sales. But more importantly than sales, guys, it is to get what? Bookings, right? Right. Does anybody like to struggle to have a full calendar? Nobody likes to, right? Well, can I tell you guys that it literally has been years since I've had to pick up a phone call and ask people for bookings. Years. I don't have to send messages out to people to get my calendar full. And why do you guys think I don't have to do that?
You use your own words.
Because I have a system, right? I have a system.
She has a system, and she not so much trains, but she coaches her host on getting those bookings for her.
Exactly. There are not many times, guys, that I walk into a show. Tiffany's been to 1,000 of them with me. There's not many times that I walk into a show where I don't get at least 2 bookings from every single show that I do. Okay. And we're going to talk more about that later. But follow what works. Okay. Follow what works and it will work. I promise. Okay. So that's our past. Let's talk present. Okay. How many of you guys know what your current goal is today? Does anyone have a current goal today for your business?
Are you talking for the month, for a couple months, or what?
For the month, because that's our current business month. Yes, our current, yes. So for November, does everybody know what they want from their business?
To make a sale.
To make a sale, Maggie. Okay. Do you have an idea, a dollar amount in sales that you want to do?
Just anything. I ain't sold nothing yet, and I've had a few parties, so.
Okay. So it sounds like we need to do some extra training, Maggie.
Okay.
So who else? What is your current goal for your business?
For me right now, I'd like to do at least 1,200 in sales a month.
1,200 in November? Okay. And it's doable, right? It's totally doable, guys. 1,200 is doable. Anybody else?
I'd like to build my customer base.
Build your customer base. That's a great goal. Now, let's stretch it a little further, Brooke. What do you mean by build your customer base? Is there a certain amount of customers that you want to add to like your VIP group or?
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of people added to my VIP group because most of the people there like to cook, and I know that they buy Pampered Chef items and they've, love them and they use them all the time and they know that they're great products. And I just want to kind of get more people active, I guess, in the group, I would say. More interested. Maybe have more people interested in booking.
Okay.
So that it kind of helps everything.
Does anybody have a really active VIP group at all? One where you have a lot of participation? No? Okay. So
I have a little bit of participation when I like do polls and things and post funny pictures and I make them interact.
Ah.
My interaction in my VIP has went up as well since I've actually remembered to schedule posts, at least try to do 2 a day of something, and it's definitely brought out more people interact and stuff than it has since I started it.
Okay. How many of you do not have a VIP group?
Me, I don't have one.
Megan doesn't? Okay. Maggie, do you have one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like we need to do some training on VIP groups. I've got lots of ways to get people engaged. Brooke, my suggestion for you guys, and you guys can all write this down if you have VIP groups and you're looking to really build that loyalty with your customers, okay? Reach out to them. Get their input, okay? So Brooke, send a message out to some of your people, like 10 of your people that participate, send them a message and be like, hey, Brooke, I just wanted to check in and see what your thoughts are on my VIP group and how I can make it a better community for you. Get their thoughts, get their input, okay? Because what happens then when you actually start changing your group to be a setting and a place where people want to be, what do you guys think is going to happen from there? You'll get the participation naturally. Because they're like, okay, so Brooke is listening to what I want from this. I'm giving my time to Brooke, and now Brooke is giving her time to me and what my expectation is, okay? And so then you're building that trust factor without really building and focusing on the trust factor, but you're building it naturally, okay? So then, you could then maybe reach out to that, that person a week later or something and be like, hey, what you making for dinner tonight? Would you mind posting it on my group? Getting people to actually participate by posting in your group, okay? That's the kind of loyalty and customers you want to have in your group, but you have to build those relationships, okay? They don't just want to see Pampered Chef products. They don't just want to see recipes. They want to see Brooke in Brooke's kitchen in her everyday life, cooking and using her Pampered Chef products, right? And all the craziness, me in my pajamas and my hair sticking up, they don't care. That's just Becky. That's who Becky is, you know? Don't pretend to be something you're not, but give them content that's going to be valuable to them and valuable to the reason why they're in your group. Otherwise, they go up to the top of your group and go to the notifications, and it's not important to them anymore. So you have to make that group about what they want and not just sales. It just can't be about sales and bookings. All right, so anybody else with present?
I just want your sausage gravy recipe.
I told you in the group, there's not a recipe. There's not a recipe.
There kind of was.
There's ingredients, not a recipe.
True.
All right. So moving forward to future. Who knows what they want from their business next year?
I want to be you.
Ooh, that's scary.
That's very scary. You're already a little mini her.
I know it. I just drool all over myself on the floor.
Seriously, though, do you guys know what you want from your business next year? Have you started to think about it? Has anyone really started to think about, okay, you know, I'm in this Pampered Chef thing and I'm having a little bit of fun and, you know, now it's really time for me to do this, you know?
I want to quit my job and stay here.
You want to quit your job?
Yep.
I like it. We can do
Right?
it. Yeah.
You know what, Becky? Maybe we need to do what you did when I first started that January. Was in that team meeting, you had all of us fill out a paper that it was a whole month or calendar, so from January to December, of how many parties we wanted to hold, how much we wanted to make in sales, and what kind of parties. So whether it was virtual cooking, basically virtual and cooking, because the cooking can cover a couple of different categories, so can virtual. And she kind of held us to those commitments that we placed on ourselves and goals. And I remember mine, I wanted to do $1,000, and I put $1,000 on every month. And I put, I started out with two virtual parties, because remember, I just started in December. So I put 2 virtual parties, and I think all the way up till December. And then I started with a cooking show in maybe summertime, and I blew the sales goal out of the water. I blew how many virtual parties out of the water, and cooking shows, that kind of just got pushed to the side because I stuck with virtual. So I at least got 2 out of the 3, but just to see it on paper and know that I set a goal of $1,000, and then like February, I blew it out of the water, and I was just kind of like blown away about what you can actually do if you put it down on paper, and hang that paper like right up in your office and look at it every day.
So let me ask you guys this. When you set a goal, how do you feel when you reach your goal? You feel awesome, right? It feels really good to reach a goal, no matter whether it's small or big. You know, when you reach a goal, when you actually can wrap your hands around it, it's a boost that sometimes you need, okay? So I'm a firm believer that you set 2 different kinds of goals. You set one goal that you can reach, and one goal, which I call the big, hairy, audacious goal, BHAG, okay? It's your stretch goal, okay? You have to have something that's going to pull you forward, something that's going to make you work, okay? It is a way to hold yourself accountable to reaching and striving and going. If you don't have a goal, how are you going to go anywhere but where you're at right now. You really can't. There's really nothing pushing you forward to want to do more. So does anyone have really big goals with their business? Does anyone have big goals with their business? That's what I want to know. Does anybody really want to make money? How many of you would love to make real money? I'm not talking
Renee does.
I'm not talking $300. I'm talking $2,500.
Me.
Me. I love it. Okay. How many of you truly believe, there's the word. I want you guys to hear that word for a second. How many of you believe that you can do that with this business? So a couple of you do? Okay. Mm-hmm. That's good, because I'm here to tell you that you can. Okay. But I could tell you 5,000 times that you can do something, because you guys already know I believe in each and every one of you. Otherwise, I would not give you as much of my time as I do. Okay. I would spend all my time cuddling upstairs with my munchkins, and I wouldn't give you guys my time. If I didn't believe in this business, if I didn't believe that Pampered Chef was a business that can change lives. Pampered Chef can change your life if you allow it. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand in my own life. Some of you know my story. Some of you don't know my story. Some of you guys are newer to our team. Some of you have been around and you've heard me say it 1,000 times, the stuff that my family has personally experienced in 7.5 years. If you don't believe this business can change your life, I want one of you guys to just talk with my husband. I want one of you guys to talk with my kids. Not me. You don't have to hear it from me. Talk to my family about it, because they've seen it. They've been there. They've been right by my side through the entire experience with Pampered Chef. My husband's been the one that sat back here and watched me do this, like with my team. Like, he's watched us. It is possible. Anything in this life is possible, but you have to believe that you can do it first. It doesn't matter how much Becky thinks that you can believe that I believe that you can do it. You have to believe you can do it first. Because whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Mm-hmm. If you think you can't do something, then you won't do something. Oh. But if you think you can do something, then you will. You have to believe it. It has to start with you. So if you are looking for change, then we're going to go for change. So I ask you guys past, present, and future for a reason, okay? I wanted to see where you guys were, where you are, where you want to go, because as a team, that changes our path also, right? Big things can happen when we all work together. You guys seen that, right? What happened in the last couple months when we all worked together? I made a dream of mine come true. Look, here come the tears.
And we promoted Tiffany.
We together made big things happen. That wasn't me by myself. That wasn't Tiffany by herself. That was all of us working together as a big team, as a big family, right? There's no way neither one of us could have done that by ourselves. Mm-mm. We can only do it when all of us are striving and reaching together. That's the only way we can. So I want to know who's ready for the next step. Like, who is seriously ready? Who wants to kick their business up into overdrive? Who wants more from their business? Who wants more money in their bank account? Who is willing to give 150% to their business? Not saying you got to work 24 hours a day, because I don't work 24 hours a day. But who wants more from it? I mean, seriously, who wants more? That's what I want to know. Who is coachable? Okay, this is what you have to consider. Before anyone tells me, Becky, I want to do this, you need to be coachable, meaning that when I say, Tiffany, I would not do this, this is what I would do, right? Tiffany, these are the words I would not use. These are the words I would use. You know, there's going to be a training on this date. You need to be there. Okay, so that's coachable. You have to be coachable. You have to be a go-getter. Okay, you need to be somebody that wakes up in the morning, your feet hit the ground, and you are ready to just drive your business. What other criteria would there be? What other quality do you think that you would need to have?
So can I just say something in the middle of this? Because it goes with this.
Yeah.
My mom was just standing here and she was like, what's her story? Because you were just talking about it and she can hear you. So I told her your story and she was like, so why can't you do that? And I was like, laziness. It's just that perspective. It's like she made me realize that. It's laziness. I can do it. I'm just
Guys,
lazy.
I will tell you that the biggest motivator in my life are my 2 little kids that look at me every single morning. They're what inspire me every day. Every day. I know. But seriously, when I think about where I could have
Mom
been.
said no balling and Pampered Chef parties, Becky.
When I think about where my family could have been and where we didn't have to go and where we are now, it is sheer determination that has brought us that far. So that is my third quality that you're going to need to have is determination. Are you determined to do anything in your power to make your business better, brighter, and bigger? Because it starts with you. Like I said, it doesn't come down to Becky or Tiffany. It comes down to you and how determined you are to change your life. You know, I could have literally lost everything, and we didn't. We literally in 24 hours were in poverty, and we pulled ourselves out. I have not taken any government help. I have not, none of that crap. We've busted our butts every single day because I want my kids to see what hard work is. I want them to know that you can make your dreams happen, but you have to work for it. So I want to know who wants more, who's ready for more, and who's driven to do more, because that's what January is going to start for this team. Okay. So I want you guys to think about that. So in January, we're going to have a director bound program starting. Why am I doing it in January? It's for one simple purpose, because we're going to start the year with a freaking bang. Okay. We're going to start building the life that each and every one of you guys deserve. But I can only work with people that are absolutely committed to doing it. I give a lot of time to you guys, and these people that I'm going to work with are going to get more of my time. And in order for me to give more time, that means that my time has to be taken away from them. And so I am only going to give that time to people that are telling me, Becky, I'm 150% all in. Okay. So what you're going to need in January in order to be a part of this is bookings on your calendar. We can't start from nothing. Okay. So December, you guys have the whole month of December to get January rip roaring and ready to go. Okay. That's going to be the challenge. If you need my help to make that happen, if you need Tiffany's help to make that happen, you know we're here.
You have to ask for it.
You have to ask for it. You're
We
exactly
can't
right.
we can't read your minds. We don't know where you're at. We don't know what you want. So you need to ask for it. Ask for help. Ask. I mean, you guys know my schedule. I work third shift. So if I'm not available, Becky's available. But you have to ask.
So if you're in, you let us know. Okay. I want you, if you want more starting in January and you want to be in Director Bound with us, I want you to send a message to myself and Tiffany grouped in a message. And I want you to tell us that you're in, that you're committed, and that you want more. Okay. That's what I want.
One thing that, I mean, I know Becky didn't go into like her story. For those of you that don't know, she didn't have an upline that helped her out. So just know that she's done this all by herself, for herself and her family, because that's the road that she wanted to take, and she took it. She could have went down the easy road, but she didn't. So she decided this is what she wanted, and she did it on her own, and she didn't have the support. Like, all you guys have my support, you have Becky's support, you have our support together. And as a team, we're working extremely well together. And I'm very proud of each and every one of you. So just know that you have the support to go forward with what you guys want to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. You guys have a luxury. Let me just tell you. Do you know how, you know, when people ask me, why did it take you so long? You know how many times I've heard that in 7.5 years? Why did it take you so long? You know, I go train other people's teams. I train for people all the time. Why did it take you so long? Because I did things the hard way. You don't have to do things the hard way. You guys have somebody that's here and ready to help you make it happen. But again, it comes down to you, not me. Okay? So, all right. What questions do you guys have? Because it's 9:01. Look at that. We did it. I'm so excited. Any questions?
I have one, but it's unrelated to everything we talked about. It's about the message I sent you earlier about the quick cooker.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes.
Because
So,
that's going viral on Facebook. I've seen like 4 or 5 people share it now.
how many of you guys have seen the post about the Instant Pot with the girl that got burned on the face? It actually wasn't an Instant Pot. It was a Presto. It was the Presto brand pressure cooker. Anybody see that with the burn on her side of her face? You'll see it. You'll see it because it's going viral everywhere. And so one of the things that Brandy had sent it to me earlier, and I had already seen it, but there's a lot of, if you look down through the comments, there's a lot of misinformation in there about pressure cooking and pressure canning, okay? So everybody naturally assumes that a pressure cooker is a pressure canner. They're two completely different things, guys. Again, we have to educate ourselves about the products that we're selling. We need to know them inside and out, okay? Especially something that could potentially hurt someone. But I'll tell you guys this, that people injure themselves because they don't read. They don't read the use and care guides. They don't follow instructions. They think that they can take this machine out. They can start using it without even ever reading a use and care booklet or, you know, reading or, you know, watching a video of how to use it. You can't use a tool like that and not know what you're doing. I'm sorry. You just can't do it.
You can't just watch Becky and then decide that your pressure cooker doesn't work and message the entire group because you didn't read anything.
So I want you guys to know that Pampered Chef, literally, they took a back seat with bringing this on the market. They've been working on this for a couple years now. They did take a back seat because they wanted to make sure we were putting the safest product possible out there, okay? The safety features that are built into ours, there's no other one on the market. Yes, Instant Pots are great and everybody loves them, but theirs does not compare safety-wise to ours, okay? The quality that has went into ours is completely different, okay? A question I get frequently asked and one I wanted to pass along to you guys, how much pressure actually comes out of the pot? Does anyone know the answer to that? It's a good one, right? Because you'll hear it. When you start talking to people, I've had people, how many PSI? I'm like, I don't know what that means. So I found out because I want to have an answer for my customers. Ours, literally, and this is why it's the safest on the market. If you ever how many of you guys have ever taken a soda can and shaken it up and then popped the lid on it? Okay. The amount of pressure that's released from a soda can is the maximum amount of pressure that comes out of our quick cooker. Isn't that good to know? So the other thing that's positive about that is that our lid is locked on. As long as that red pin is up, that means that pot's under pressure. There is still pressure in that pot until that little guy goes boop and falls down, okay? And it's telling you at that point, okay, it's safe to take the lid off. That's why it's red. It's red for a reason, okay? So we have to teach our customers all of the ins and outs. If you've been to a cooking show with me since the quick cooker came out, I take way longer on that one product than I probably need to, but it is because I do not want to get a phone call with someone saying I burnt myself, okay? So if I have to spend 15 extra minutes during my demo to talk about every single freaking piece of the quick cooker, then that's what I'm doing. It's called CYA, okay? If you don't know what that means, message me later and I'll tell you. But it is worth it, okay? Do any of you guys want to get that receiving phone call saying, hey, Laura, I just burnt myself with your quick cooker? Nobody wants that phone call. So take the extra time to, number one, educate yourself. Number two, do all of the training with the quick cooker, okay? Go on to Consultant's Corner. Watch the videos that are on there. If you have it, use it, use it, use it, use it, use it, use it, and use it again. Learn how to clean it. Learn how to talk about it. And if you don't know how to do it, go on my VIP group because there's lots of videos with me talking about it and talking about it and talking about it, okay? Thanks for bringing that up, Randy. Anybody else? Any other questions? All right, I'm running down the list. Brandy, any questions? Branda, any questions? Megan? Renee? It's good to see your face. Jackie? Tell Mike I said hi and give the boys my love, my little munchkins. Laura? Brooke? Lakin? Beth?
Nope.
Lakin, can I just tell you, I love seeing you too because she normally doesn't come on with us on Sunday, so I'm super excited that you made it. Gail? Any questions?
Gail fell asleep.
No questions.
Hey, Gail, way to go on rocking out that $890 virtual party, girl. Whoop, whoop.
She said that wasn't even her best.
Oh, my God. She needs to host again.
Yep. Or become a consultant.
There we go. Exactly what I was going to say. Maggie, any questions?
Nope.
Okay. So you guys know what to do, right? Everybody knows what. Tiffany, did you have something?
Well, I have 2 out of the 3, and I can't remember what the third thing was. I have the events, pictures, and I can't remember what the third thing.
Banners.
Banners.
Banners. Yep.
So who else wants to do banners? I need a name for that.
So send Tiffany a message, okay? Remember, Tiffany gets all the little jobs. That's all going to Tiffany. Make sure you've marked your dates for all the meetings in December. Remember, if you want to do director bound and you want to work with me and Tiffany, send us a message group together. And then if you need my time or Tiffany's time this week for training, let us know, okay? Because we don't know you need it if you don't tell us, right? All right, guys. Have a good night.
See ya.